So, in Kenosha, another extremely hyper-violent riot has happened where a convicted rapist and child abuser beat his girlfriend and then attacked police and then went for a weapon while they told him to stop and gave him a lawful order to stop. And that black criminal was then shot for disobeying lawful orders and attempting to procure a weapon. And he lived, still in the hospital, but that caused another BLM riot. And during this BLM riot, a bunch of businesses actually didn't get looted because Wisconsin's not so much of a lefty area. And a lot of businesses had armed guards, probably a lot of them volunteers, and boarded up windows to prevent riots. And some of these guards had been attacked multiple times in the night. And at one point, one kid was separated and surrounded by Antifa. That's what they do, by the way. If they can, they will only attack as a mob against a single person, usually unarmed, though. This is an interesting situation. They usually do not attack armed people, but that's changing. They surrounded him and attacked him, and one guy who had a knife, who was literally yelling at the kid, "You go ahead and shoot me," and then attacked him. The kid did shoot him, and then the mob proceeded to chase him, and he ran away trying to call police. He was knocked over multiple times, stomped on, hit with a skateboard. Somebody tried to literally curb stomp him and murder him. He shot and killed 2 more people and wounded at least 1 more. The guy he wounded and shot and armed, you could see it all over, shot in the arm, you could see it all over Twitter. He was armed with a Glock pistol, semi-automatic pistol. This kid is a hero. I'm not going to say his name, although of course he's already been doxxed by Antifa and progressive terrorists. He will be acquitted. This was all self-defense, and already the left is trying to gaslight into saying that he is a premeditated murderer, who of course did that all on purpose and was protected by the police. These are all lies. I remind you that all progressives ever do. All they ever do is lie, 100% of the time, without exception. And I remind you, again, that progressives are violent sadists. They are terrorists, and if given the opportunity, they will kill you. This has been proven multiple times over the past few weeks, that if you are separated and alone and unarmed, you will die, or you will be very severely injured. You should never go to where leftists are protesting without being armed. And not only that, you should never go to where leftists are protesting without being armed and with a group. Your life is in danger. And honestly, what I'm actually advocating for is not to go anywhere near these people, but to leave. Because you should expect to be attacked and murdered if you go anywhere near where these rioters are. I do support people's right to defend their businesses and their private property from terrorists, violent, sadistic, murderous terrorists. BLM is a terrorist organization. Antifa is a terrorist organization. They are murderers. They've killed over 50 people already. And people think, oh, they've only been killing people since George Floyd. No, the shooter in Dover, Ohio, who killed, I think, 7 people last year, was also an Antifa member. They will kill you. And as we get closer to the election, they will attack and attempt to murder more people. And what I actually advocate is for you to leave these areas where they are. You should get out of Seattle. You should get out of Portland. You should get out of Los Angeles. You should get out of Minneapolis. You should get out of Atlanta. Get out of St. Louis. Go somewhere safe. Your life is in danger because, I repeat, progressives, Antifa, and BLM are violent, sadistic murderers. They are terrorists. They are going to kill the public. And the state governments are so afraid, so perfectly co-opted and gaslit and completely paralyzed by progressive propaganda that they will not send in the National Guard. And unfortunately, the federal government can't just send in the National Guard. Although somebody should really take a close look at that law, because since people are being murdered and attacked and businesses are getting burned and tens and in fact hundreds of millions of dollars of damage of private property has been occurring, there should be some sort of way that martial law can be enacted, that these traitorous Democrat governments can be superseded, so that the citizens can be protected from these animals. Because unfortunately, we're in a situation right now where the citizens have to defend themselves. So stay safe out there, people. Buy a gun, a legal gun. Use it law-abiding. Practice trigger discipline. And make sure that you are very aware of whether you have a duty to retreat in your state or you can stand your ground. I will remind you that regardless of the law in Wisconsin, the kid that was attacked and defended himself did retreat and was under assault and under complete imminent danger. He was going to lose his life if he did not defend himself. He is a hero. He deserves a medal. And I need to remind you again, progressives are violent terrorists. All they do is lie, and when they're not lying, they're trying to kill you. They literally will kill you if they can. You are in imminent danger if you're around these people. Stay safe.